guys, I'm just cruising around downtown Atlanta today, and I'm going to try my best to get all the topics I want to talked about in a timely manner. I was going to let that guy go. So I have 3 topics I'm going to try to knock out today. Those 3 topics are a question I got on Facebook the other day. A guy asked me if I would do some topics for him. And the first one is, why did I start riding? The second is, why do I ride? Like, why do I currently ride? And the third is, how has riding changed my life? I figure these are pretty legit topics as a moto vlogger, so I'm going to try to answer these in as timely a manner as possible. So I'm going to get to them right now. So why did I start riding? Well, as a little baby Chaseontwowheels, I always liked motorcycles. You know, and as most guys do, most guys like motorcycles. Not saying most girls don't either. That's a lot of kids. Anyway, I like motorcycles a lot as a kid. You know, it's a thing where a bike would drive by and you'd always be sitting there watching it and stuff. So I just always liked bikes. I was just never able to start riding because I couldn't afford one. You know, I had a car and all, and I liked the whole speed thing. But that's why I guess I got into riding, just because I liked the way it looked. It looked cool, looked fun. And you know, it's a guy thing. Once again, not to be horribly sexist, but I can't speak for a girl. But yeah, it just always looked really fun. So one day, I was just, oh, is that a wreck? Well, so much for my timely vlog, huh? Hope everybody's okay. Everybody looks okay, though. But yeah, I started riding, after I broke up with a girlfriend for a long amount of time. Because, you know, I was with a girl and she didn't really want me to ride, I don't think. And it was a big enough deal to where I wasn't. And I hadn't yet, so I didn't know how much fun I was. Hadn't rode yet, so yeah, well, once we broke up, I was like, I'm going to do something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And I got the itch, and I, you know, saved up. I got a job specifically to save up for a motorcycle. I took the MSF course, bought all the gear, bought the bike, and I mean, haven't looked back since then. What the hell was that move, dude? And yeah, that was when I got the SV650, and been rocking it out ever since. Not the SV650, but riding in general. So why do I ride? Question number 2. There is something about riding, a feeling you get when you're riding. And if you haven't ridden before, if you've never ridden a motorcycle, it's really hard to get all of that information, like, put it into words. It's really hard to do that. You know, the words I use to describe what riding does for me are kind of just like, they feel like they don't meet the actual feeling I get. But the words I would use to describe riding are like, you know, freeing and, you know, just exhilarating, fun. You know, all these words are like, oh, that's great and all, but like but riding is fucking awesome, you know? And for saying it's fun, it's exhilarating, it's freeing, I'm like, yeah, that's all great and all, but what the hell? How can something be so great to do? You know, so these words, they don't capture everything that riding is and does, you know. I ride because I love to ride. I don't even know the words to use. Brain muscles. Yeah, I ride because I love to ride. I have a very good time riding, even when the weather's not great. You know, if it's really cold or really hot, I still ride because it's you know, it's part of me at this point. You know, there's no denying it. From what I've heard from my mom, my dad used to ride, so I don't know if it's in my genes or what, but for some reason I really have attached myself to riding, and that's how it's going to be from now on, you know. And I guess the final question we can knock out too as soon as I go and don't kill anybody or get killed myself. That's a big building. Pretty crazy. Alright, so why do I ride? I ride to do wheelies. I'm just kidding. So how's riding changed my life? A lot. You know, if you think about it, before I started riding, I watched YouTube videos to learn how to ride. And watching those YouTube videos, I found motovlogging, and now that's what I do, you know? So, in that sense, you know, I motovlog because I wanted to ride, and because I ride. So, you know, if you consider that part of how has riding changed my life, a lot. You know, I spend a lot of time making videos on YouTube because I ride. But even if we just consider riding, you know, and take out the whole motovlogging thing, the answer is still a lot. You know, even after taking the rider course, getting my MSF license and everything, I've noticed that I'm a better driver. Even when I drive my car, I'm a better driver now. I pay attention to more things. I feel like my world has been, a section of my world has been opened up since I started riding that wasn't previously there. You know, it's just, it makes me appreciate air conditioning and a CD player more. Or not a CD player, but you know, stereo system more. What else? How else has riding changed my life? You know, I mean, ever since I've started riding, my entire persona, I feel, has done a really big change. I feel like riding has totally changed everything about me and what and who I am. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. You know, now that I ride, I don't know. I know, like, most of my answers for this have been, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, but I think it's like that because it is so deep to what I am and who I am that, you know, putting stuff like that into words is really hard, and obviously I'm really bad at it, but it's just because it means a lot, you know? Like I said, riding's a part of who I am, and it's part of what I do, and I could not, at this point, I've only been riding for like 2-ish years now, I couldn't see myself not riding. I don't know what type of world I would be in where I couldn't ride, but I don't want to be in that position. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't ride. So, in summary, you know, riding just means a ton to me. It is basically my life. Not my life, but it's a giant part. And riding is really, you know, getting myself into this motorcycle community and being a part of it. It's really changed a lot. It's changed me a lot in a really good way, and I'm so thankful that I started riding. I don't even know. I'm just really happy that I, you know, took the chance, got the license and everything, and am at the position I am now. I'll give credit to riding for a lot of the happiness going on in my life. You know, obviously not all of it. I'm a very happy person. I enjoy life a lot, but riding is a very big part of that. And it's something that I look forward to doing for the rest of my life with no doubt. I know that was there's a lot of questions, a lot of info, and none of them were the answers that were really asked, kind of. But I hope that kind of answered those 3 questions. Oh man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Those look like containers for aliens, like filled with like water and stuff. Where like the little aliens are in there with all the tubes connected to them. This little black things in the back of that truck is what I'm referring to if you didn't see them in the video.